people are saying like that's hate speech, right? So you know, even social media sites have the right to take that stuff down.
Yes.
Yeah. But do you think like what she has been saying in her joke, would that qualify as hate speech?
I think hate speech is about intent, and I can't comment on her intent. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit tricky for anyone who's not in the room at the time also to comment on the intent.
Yeah.
If you write those words out on a piece of paper, and someone reads it, oh, fuck you, Malaysia. Obviously, okay lah. That's hate speech.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it was not meant to be read out as words. That's the other side of the argument.
Yeah.
You know, so I think the intent, only the person saying it or doing it can tell you. If it's... My opinion is that stand-up comedians do comedy and jokes to elicit laughter from a room.
Yeah.
There's not just a bonus, or it's a fucking requirement of our job.
Yeah.
You know, and I would think that is the intent for all of us.
By default, right?
By default,
it's comedy.
It's part of our job. Like for the bus driver, the intent is to drive safely and get you to stop at every bus stop and get to the location, right?
Yeah.
For the cops is to keep you safe.
Yeah.
Right? For the stand-up comedian, it's to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Basic, right? So that's why I think that if you're taken out of context, it is very possible that might be taken as hate speech. But that also means that we are saying that the comedy seller condones hate speech.
Yeah.
Are we saying that?
Yeah.
Perhaps not, right?
Yeah.
So I think the mature discussion here would be that, look, these two things were done or were consumed in two different ways by two different audiences in two different parts of the world.
Yeah.
And they consume content very differently.
Yeah. So some comments also saying that, understand that this is a comedy seller and it's stand-up comedy and you're reacting to the audience, but wouldn't the process of writing all this material, wouldn't you run it by people who are from Malaysia and Singapore and even comedians from Malaysia and Singapore? And do you think that most Singaporean Malaysian comedians would have told her, hey, this one, might not fly with the audience?
Don't say fly. I don't know, man. I think if you're in that part of the world, in New York City, and you are performing to those people, and these jokes have been working, then you think they are working, Why? I mean, why? The people are laughing, what? I've worked very hard on this joke, People are laughing. So that is one side of it. But like I said, the game changer is when you put it on social media. You're no longer performing to just that group of people. Now, and if you've not tested this joke on Malaysians in Malaysia, for example, then you won't get that feedback that, oh shit, what? This won't go down well in Malaysia? Why? You see?
Yeah.
So if she had the opportunity to do that, I don't know for sure if she did.
Yeah. But I see like some people literally have done side by sides of, say, certain Singapore comedians making fun of like the ringgit 3-1, that whole exchange rate between Singapore and the ringgit 3-1 thing. And that also is like making fun of Malaysia, but because it's a male comedian, it's a male, Singapore comedian, he gets less flack than what Joycelyn Chia is going through.
Oh, I disagree with that. I don't think. Gender disparity in stand-up comedy is a huge thing. Yeah. But I don't think that's so in this context.
Okay.
My opinion is that no.
So if a young Singaporean comedian comes, hey, Rishi, I got this bit that's making fun of Malaysia, like really, really striking at the heart of like the fact that ringgit is dropping to record lows. And Singapore, where like literally got people, everyone's clamoring to stay here and buying GCBs and all that. What would you tell this young comedian like about the joke like that?
I would say in the short 12 years I've been doing stand-up, and in the whatever 50 plus years that Singapore has existed, there have been a lot of jokes about the ringgit and bashing the ringgit.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go down that road, you better have something damn good or damn new or damn exciting that's not been covered, or is a new perspective or something that, you know, nobody else has thought of. And sure, go ahead. If you got something, the audience will tell you. That they will be with you if you've got some angle that, oh man, I didn't expect the comment. Like, you know, when someone starts a joke about Malaysia bashing or like, you know, talking about ringgit and all.
Yeah.
Almost every time I'm like, okay, please let this be something that I don't expect. But most of the time you can kind of see the punchline coming.
Yeah.
You know, very rarely have I, you know, seen. If there is something that I have thought of, then I would do it. But because I don't have something that's super exciting or new or what to talk about the ring, I don't really attack it.
Yeah. And I do feel that a lot of these jokes coming from Singaporeans or Malaysians about, you know, the other side of the causeway, you can tell it comes from a place of like, we're so familiar with each other, we've interacted so much, we have friends across the causeway, we love each other's food and culture and stuff like that. But, you know, this is where we'll just say something to just jibe each other. Like, it always comes from a very friendly place. Yeah. And that's where, like, I can't find fault with that. Versus, you know, like what you said, the context of someone in New York, you know, making fun of the tragedy and all that. And it's very, very different.
Yeah. It's a sad state of affairs. And I think for I did say that, you know, there's a bit of division on what people have opinions on, which is very normal. You know, comedians are opinionated people. Everybody has their own opinion, you know. But I think what we are definitely in it together about is, this is the challenging part, that there might be a chilling effect on the scene here in this region.
In the region, okay.
I say this maybe preemptively, only because I've seen certain things in the past. You know, I mean, it's no secret that I've been on the receiving end of some of. What does that mean? Siri.
What is listening in? Or you like literally talking about the chilling effect?
No, because sometimes what happens is that because of one incident like that, an entire network or an entire system of bureaucracy gets awakened
and nervous, right?
And they're like, "Oh, now we need to watch how stand-up comedy is done here." And I think the comedians in this part of the region have worked really so hard over the past decade or so to kind of build a trust with the audience, build a trust with even the censors and the licensing boards, to let them know, look, I know we are in Southeast Asia. I know that you have concerns about, you know, how conservative and how we shouldn't be discussing or shouldn't be talking about certain things.
Yeah.
But on our end, we've worked so hard in a way to kind of prove that, look, we can talk about taboo issues, difficult topics, politics, and current affairs and things, and race and things you are thinking are not kosher for comedy. We can do all those things responsibly. And sometimes speaking responsibly requires you to speak a bit recklessly.
Yeah.
You have to be courageous enough to go there. Like I said, I talked about the line and flirting with the line. And we work so hard to build that relationship with our audience and all that. And now, unfortunately, something like this maybe has an effect on the rest of us going like, oh, okay, the censor, okay, look, because of the current climate of this, we need to scrutinize a bit more. Maybe it's not a good idea for you to talk about XYZ in your next show. Hasn't happened yet, I won't say, so I'm not going to like preempt it. But in the past, when certain aspects or certain events like this have occurred, there have been spillover effects.
Yeah.
And I think on behalf of the community, I sincerely hope that is not the route that we take.
No, it's true, and I didn't even think about that. That, you know, it would not say the audiences here, but like institutions, you know, brands, businesses, anyone who works with comedians as personalities and hosts and all that, they will start being a little nervous they could potentially be a little nervous every time something a bit more touchy is brought up.
Yeah, and that's why I think there is a sense of you want to definitely support the right to be able to do the content that you want. Yeah. We all want to do that, right? It's just that the rules are very different in different parts of the world.
Yeah. So that's why, like, it's perfect timing that you are going to New York City to right this wrong. Yeah, like the hero that we never knew we needed.
Am I going to New York City to right this wrong? Oh man, I hope I don't get assaulted or what, man. Shit.
No, I think it's like I said, I think people from the region, when we make jibes at Singapore, Malaysia, the relationship, it comes from a place of understanding, and it's like you're quarreling with your family, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't look. I don't think there's any comedian on either side of the border that I have met in my 10, 12 years that I wouldn't sit down and enjoy our jokes with, enjoy our banter with, go to a mama, have some nasi lemak, or come here and have some not so exciting nasi lemak. That's for you, Malaysia. Yes, thank you. Yeah, your nasi lemak, very good, very good. And at the end of the day, Malaysian stand-up comedians who come to Singapore, they get a bit of but they get so much love.
Yeah, exactly,
and same thing for Singaporean comedians going to Malaysia. You get a bit of, our next comedian is from Singapore. But then you go out there, you do your jokes, and people love it.
Yeah,
I've never, touch wood, once been in a situation at a show where there has been hate spewed towards a visiting comedian from either nation. And I think it will remain that way,
okay,
for the large part. I don't see, I mean, I hope it doesn't change,
It's all love between Singapore and Malaysian comedians, which is, we just hope for the whole thing to bear itself out and not have any, like you said, chilling effects on the industry, right?
It's learning for all of us. At the end of the day, all comedians all over the world, like I said, it's not just our intent, but it's a job to ignite laughter in a room full of strangers.
Yeah.
That's what we all strive to do, So hopefully we can all continue to do that to the best of our ability. That's what I hope for.
As someone very famous once said, do good, do together.
Is that Chan Chun Sing?
No, it's President Halima.
Sorry.
That was her campaign message the last time.
Oh, nice.
The last presidential.
Your segues are getting
election.
better. It's so good, man.